Hi, I'm Steve Durney. I'm in charge of banking relationships for Ethoca and our collaboration network. We're thankful to be here at Finovate. Just a bit about Ethoca before we start. Ethoca is a collaboration network between banks and merchants, working together to stop fraud and save on operational costs. Just like the bad guys are collaborating to steal from all of us, Ethoca is helping the good guys collaborate to stop fraudsters, and it's about time.
Hi, I'm Julie Ferguson. I'm in charge of new products at Ethoca. What we're about to demonstrate to you today is on our Ethoca network is our flagship product, Ethoca Alerts. This is automated at thousands of major merchants such as Amazon.com, Walmart, Best Buy, and Apple, and over 35 major issuing banks. Many of you are actually here in the audience today. We stop thousands of fraudulent transactions a day and save our issuing banks millions of dollars annually. It is important to remember that what we are showing you today is typically automated. It happens without human intervention. To begin our demo, let's imagine that Steve is a fraud investigator at a bank call center.
Hi, Mr. Cardholder. Thank you so much for calling in and responding to our text message that we just sent you about an $589 transaction to bestelectronicshop.com. Our systems detected that it was outside of your normal pattern. We let the transaction go through, but we want to make sure that it's you. Oh, you don't recognize the transaction. Best Electronic Shop, you've never been there before, never shopped there. Oh, okay, so we'll cancel the card, shut down the number, mail a new one out to you, and we'll get the transaction refunded on your account.
In today's world, before Ethoca, the transaction would have been refunded to the cardholder, and in approximately 4 to 6 weeks, I, as the merchant, would be notified that the order was fraudulent. The crook would have long since received the stolen TV and been very happy. With Ethoca Alerts, what happens instead of the thief getting the goods is the following.
So once the cardholder is contacted and the transaction is confirmed as fraudulent, I'll need to alert the merchant and tell them in real time that the transaction needs to be stopped. So I would log into the Ethoca issuer portal, log in the account number, communicate to bestelectronicshop.com with the transaction information and then the $589.43, and submit the single transaction. Prior to Ethoca, there was no mechanism for me to communicate with the merchant in real time.
So I, as the fraud investigator, am working my alert queue. Look, this one just came in for $589. I'm pretty sure that this one hasn't been stopped yet. I need to call the shipping docks and see if I can pull the order off the docks. Keep in mind that because I know this is fraud, because the card issuing bank confirmed with the cardholder that it's fraud, I can take immediate action. Hi, this is Julie in Fraud Investigations. Can you pull order number 1235 from the shipping dock? We just received confirmation from the issuing bank that the card has been stolen. Great, I'm so glad you were able to pull that order off the dock. And I would go to my portal, my Ethoca portal, and I'd let the issuing bank know I was able to stop the transaction. This is the third time today I've actually gotten an alert from Ethoca for $589 for a high-definition TV. I think the fraudsters have found a hole in our fraud system. I'm going to call our data analytics department to see what's going on. Hey, data analytics team, this is Julie over in Fraud Investigations. We've had a couple orders on the Ethoca Alert Network for $589. I think something's up with our fraud rules. Can you take a look? And also, can you take a look at order 1235 and see if there's any related orders in the system? There's 3 more orders. Have they shipped? Great. Call the shipping dock and let them know to pull those orders off. And can you fix that hole ASAP? Thanks. Great. Now, I've notified the bank through the Ethoca portal, so I'll turn it back over to Steve.
So as the bank, I'm reviewing my queue to see what Ethoca has done for me, and I noticed that with Best Electronic Shop, I've been able to communicate a significant number of transactions that have been stopped. The Ethoca network really allows me to collaborate and keep goods out of the thieves' hands and frustrate them. It helps us to avoid processing chargebacks. It helps us with the operational expense of dealing with fraud cases. And I know that it's something that costs me a lot of money in order to deal with that inside a bank. What's even better is that my cardholders have a much better experience, so they can get a refund and posting to their transaction, usually within 2 or 3 days. We defeated the crooks today and took fraud out of the system. We also sent the crooks a powerful message that this particular combination of merchant and issuer, they can't monetize the goods that they are attempting to steal. Ethoca is a collaboration network that's between merchants and banks working together to stop fraud, save on operational expense, and create a much better experience for customers. The demo that you just saw happens thousands of times every day, usually in an automated environment. The full cycle can happen from the time that the transaction is reported to the credit within 5.5 minutes. The merchant doesn't have to lose their merchandise, the bank saves a ton of money on operating expense, and the criminal is frustrated because they never actually get the television.
It's great that our collaboration network takes fraud out of the system and saves our card issuing bank millions of dollars. But my favorite part is still foiling the thieves. 7 out of 10 e-commerce merchants use our platform, along with thousands of retailers, card issuing banks across 5 continents rely on the Ethoca network. Isn't it time you join the Ethoca network? Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.